Hello travelers, and welcome back to another Warcrow Battle Report. In this battle we have the forces of the Scions of Yaldabaoth against the northern tribes. So let's quickly look at the missions that we played. First, the scenario was influence zones. In this mission there are 5 objectives, 2 on either side of two sets on either side of the board, and then 1 in the center. You're able to score points for controlling more objectives than your opponent, controlling at least one of the rival's color, that is, one of the objectives closer to your opponent's deployment zone, and 1 MP for controlling 2 objectives. In terms of special things going on in this mission, all units within 7 strides rather than 3 strides can test the objectives, and all models have their conquest value increased by 1. Now that I'm doing this video, I realize we actually missed the increasing conquest value by 1 in this battle, but we were playing with the 7 stride zones for controlling. So this is an interesting mission. There's a lot of objectives on the field, which means you really need to spread out your forces. Unlike some missions where you can kind of congregate towards the few objectives or towards the center if that's worth more points. Here you really need to be spreading out and grabbing as many objectives as you can. For feat, we had track, another mission that's going to be making us move around the board quite a bit. In this mission, each opponent is attempting to track an objective that's moving around the table. The objective starts 10 outside of your deployment zone. You get to place it, and then after you have a unit with a character or a solo character successfully interact with it at the end of one of their activations, getting 2 successes on a willpower test, your opponent then gets to move the objective in this mission called the vestige within 15 strides away. Because of this, the objective really starts bouncing around, and you need to take the effort to go and get your character or character unit to it. One unique thing about this mission is that once one player is able to get their vestige to a 4 on the track, so each time you interact with it successfully, you move up 1. Once you get to 4, this feat actually scores immediately, as opposed to the other feats which all score at the end of the game. This kind of makes it a bit of a race, and you really can't leave this to the end of the game if your opponent is threatening to score it out, because the person that does not score out and hit the 4 just scores however far they were at that time. So those are the missions. Let's get into what we brought. I once again was bringing my Scions of Yaldabaoth, this time with a list led by Master Nephirim. So because of this, that meant I was going to be bringing at least a few things to respawn into the game. So my force, as I said, started with Master Nephirim. It's a fun Warcrow Adventures character that is becoming increasingly, some of their things don't really fit with the game as we're getting more Scions releases, but at least for now they still work. Their big gimmick is being able to bring back the big risen units, like the Harvester, who I also had in this game, and Autora. Along with Master Nephirim and their respawning, I guess call them monsters, but character monster, little monsters. I had Urkala the Maw in a unit of Intact, a First Anointed in a unit of Anointed, and an empty unit of Intact. You'll see that I have got my Song of the Dormant, and I'm getting them painted up as we speak, using that nice Song of the Dormant Anointed as my First Anointed. Because this is being led by a Warcrow Adventures character, we do have more command token points, and we have 6 in this game. This gives me more command tokens to be able to use on the Intact if they get to punch and use their ability to really push through the damage. More on that if you look at my Architect's Forge on Intact that I put out last week. But also, one of the main things is Nephirim respawning the Harvester and Ahura with those command tokens, and that Ahura using the Hurricane ability to just do auto damage based on how stressed enemies around them are. So, thought it'd be fun to bring Nephirim back out. Nephirim's painted right now, so I thought I'd give her a good try before more things change and more new toys come out. So let's look at what my opponent brought. My opponent was bringing a list inspired by some of Grotnev's videos, where he ran max availability of Orc Hunters. Now, he hasn't been able to buy those Orc Hunters yet. They're supposed to be releasing solo buy boxes, which he plans to use, but he wanted to test it out before he did. So he was proxying some, I believe, War Machine models. So he had a Wrathmane, the basic foot Wrathmane in a unit of Orc Hunters, Lada in another unit of Orc Hunters, a Wisemane in a third unit of Orc Hunters, and then for some fire support, he had a Herseer in Ice Archers, and a Prime Warrior in Battle Scarred. He's been really enjoying this Prime Warrior and Battle Scarred combo, where the Prime Warrior leaves the unit to charge in and then gets them to charge back in. Can hit hard, fairly durable, and then he really wanted to try having more activations on the field, and the Orc Hunters can be really a nuisance. Hitting them in melee is always a mixed proposition because you might end up just taking a bunch of damage back if the evaluation is that it's better for them to take damage and hurt you than it is for them to actually use their blocks. This is particularly good against things like the Intact because their ability that makes Orc Hunters only be able to block with hollow shields, well, it makes the decision of whether to convert their normal blocks into hits easy because they aren't doing anything for them anyways. Based on the build, he had a decent number of command points with 5, letting him do that charge more often, as well as some other little tricks that he has spread out within the list. But those are the forces. Now we can get into the game.
Back with a game of Warcrow. We are playing influence zones, so we have our 5 objectives: 2 blue, 2 reds, 1 other. We're going to aim to score more than our opponent, score at least 2, and then score one of our opponents. The feat we're doing is tracked. So for track, we each are going to put down a track marker, which we'll do now. They start 10 outside of our zones, and then we will try and touch them. It's at the end of an activation, and touching it with a unit with a character in it. They make a willpower roll, and then if they get 2 successes, they get to move the track marker. If you are ambusher or scout, you get an extra orange dice, and first 1 to 4 then scores, and you cut out the scoring at that point. So it's a rare feat that actually scores before the end of the game.
Yeah. And it's the rival who places the new location.
So who puts it first? Do I put it first or do you put it first?
In deployment order, so you put it first.
Okay. So I just need to put it 10 outside my deployments. And then each time after that, the opponent just gets to screw with it. You can stress to get an auto success, right? Or is it stress to reroll?
Yeah, you can stress to add 1 success to your roll.
Cool. So I'll just put mine right there.
It switches steps.
So it's right there, dead center. And I got my fancy new 3 printed templates. If I remember, I will try to, maybe I'll link to the person that designed them. I'll try to.
I'll put mine over here. So I think I think I'm allowed to be near the forward edge. We're checking.
Cool. So quickly going over where the different units are. So I'm running a weird Nephirim list. So I've Master Nephirim right here in the center. To his left is a unit of Anointed with the first Anointed. We have the Harvester. We have an empty unit of intact on my far left, a unit of intact with Barkalo the Maw, and then the Outhura, which you may hear us referring to as the crazy inflatable arm flailing tube man, is underneath Mr. Nephrim. Nephrim's holding him right now in his hands, ready to Pokeball him out. What are the northern tribes looking like?
So I've got a unit of hunters with a Wrathmane, another unit of hunters with Lota,
Okay.
a battle scarred unit with a Prime Warrior, and a Ice Archer unit with a Hairseer,
Okay.
and another unit of warriors with a Wiseman.
Cool. I don't know what some of those things do, but we will find out as we play. You won the initiative, so you get to decide who goes first.
I'm going to be going second.
You want me to go first? Cool. We can start. I'm just going to put on my activation markers. Let's keep it simple to start. We will just activate the empty anointed, and they will just move 3-2. So 3. I think they'll just move 3. Just over to here, maybe. And with that, that'll claim that for me, and that'll be them done.
Okay, that's you. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to activate my hunter unit with the Wiseman.
Sure.
They're going to advance the 3-2.
Yep.
3, 2, and then 3, and shimmy a little bit to be next to the tracking.
Here you go. On work it red. Yep. I'll be boring. I'll go with my other intact unit.
I'm going to be trying to make. I'm not done my thing. I'm going to be trying to make my roll.
I forgot your thing was there. Yeah. So they're not amateur scouts. So what is their willpower?
So they have an orange base and they get a yellow because of the Wiseman.
Okay. So an orange and a yellow.
Yep, and it's in the switcher step. I get to decide if I want to
Stress. Yeah.
extra. I got 1 success, so I will stress them to succeed.
Makes sense. And now I place it within 15.
Yep. And I advance my tracker by 1, I believe.
Yes. So 10. I'll just place it right over there. I'll go with my intact now. Oh. Off their cards. And they'll go 3, 2 to here. And I'll go another 3, 2. Just because we didn't actually discuss terrain yet. We did on camera. Just blue walls for cover, small buildings, so that's black and line of sight blocking. Tower is big, so it's just the same thing but blue. Then we have an impassable terrain. We have a forest that is dense as the blue instead of the black. That one's just black because it's just one tree that's falling down. And then we have one piece of terrain that's just sinister terrain right there, nice in the middle. And it's your go. That's the end of 2. No, sorry, that's start of 2.
Start of 2.
So bottom of 2.
I'm going to advance my Ice Archers.
Sure.
Led by the Hairseer. So, 4. 3. And when we start a movement within how far?
That's when you start your activation mission for it, yeah.
Do a quick range check for 15. What's the charge range on the intact?
Their threat is 11.
11. Okay. Advance some more. It's a second move.
I just want to check something.
Make sure that I'm not within 11 of the leader. Leader is Bighorn guy, right?
No. It's brown cloth guy.
Brown cloth guy. I need to be back a bit.
Oh, you're just running right up in there.
Just staying back.
You're just racing to get track done, I see.
And there we go. Nobody should be within 11 of the... Wow. And they have actor advantage.
Okay. I was just double checking something. The Harvester was faxed to become a character. Granted, he only has 1 orange, so he's probably not good for doing this mission. Okay, so that's them.
Yep.
We're going to go with Master Nephirim. And he's just going to... He'll just move to be 5 away from the Anointed. So, sorry, that's his first move. And then he's going to start another move. And when he declares his move, the Anointed will stress to use their ability where they follow him.
Yep.
And he's just going to, because he's fast, he moves 4-4, which is
Quite fast.
kind of nutty. But he's just going to move to the other side of this. Then they will move to be adjacent to him. Like so. And then at the end of his activation, then during his activation, he's going to spend 1 command token. This is a theoretical thing I came up with a while back, where I call it the just everyone move. He's going to spend a command token to throw his Pokeball, and say, Audhura, I choose you, and he will deploy him within 5 of him.
That's not targeted, right?
No, because I just get to place him. He's under me. Actually, it does specifically say no line of sight.
Oh, it does. As long as it doesn't say targeted, it's fine.
So he'll
It
just
says targeted and
throw the crazy inflatable arm flailing tube men over to there. And then at the end of his activation, he chooses a risen unit within 15, which is this guy. And he will place 5. So he gets to place him within 5 of himself. He'll pop him over here too. And within 7 of that, which is nice. So I will take control of that. And then also, I'm going to roll on the track thing. So I'm a red and 2 yellow. Roll on. He's not a lead or anything. No. You're red and 2 yellow. He gets it. So I move up 1. And you get to place it within 15. Do have to stress the Audhura.
So I'm going to reactivate the Ice Archers. They need to make a leadership test. Then they're going to move.
Then we both get it a second time, and then we'll never get it again. So what does the Herseer do for them? He makes them more defensive or something?
More melee, but most importantly, I can spend a command token to pass a willpower test I just failed.
Oh, that's good. That's handy. Cool.
3 up to there. Just gonna position myself. Then I'm gonna shoot.
Who are you shooting?
Gonna shoot the unit in front of me.
The intact? They are pretty fragile. A green, 2 blacks.
Red, 2 orange, yellow.
I do not have a high command character within 10 strides of me. Oh, actually,
No.
close. I never set up for that because I'm so used to not having high command on the table. So,
And I've got the modifiers.
just 1.
So I got 4. Okay, just let me check to see if I get anything else. I got exclamation marks. You're gonna get the slowed state. Assume you have no defensive switches against ranged attacks.
No, you don't get defensive switches against ranged attack.
You'll take 3 damage.
This is the empty ones. They'll take 1, and they will lose bighorns because you keep thinking that he's the leaders. And I assume you're gonna
And
do
then
this.
I will try to take the objective.
Try to track again. Yep.
I will stress to succeed.
Okay. So they're now at max stress
Double check that I don't have anything else I can do. Nope, nothing.
because he gives them Herseer gives them +1.
He gives them +1 morale, and also he gives them Berserker Rage.
But cool. What's your conquest?
2.
Okay, so you take this point. So I'm just 1.
And I will advance myself 1 on the track.
Oh, and I place your thing.
Okay, somewhere.
I wonder where I'm going to place.
It has to be 15 strides away.
Yes. Right behind my giant chunk of scary guys. Okay. Sorry, that was 3, right?
Yes. No, that was 2.
No, it was 3.
Oh, you're right. No, that was 3.
So I've activated 3 things.
Yep.
So you activated them. So now we move to 4. So I can definitely charge you with him. I could activate either of these guys and charge you. Not sure which is technically scarier. What's your defensive stats like?
3 blue and a black.
3 blue, black?
And I have Berserker Rage, but yes.
Okay. 3 blue and black. So being able to cancel things actually might be important. We're going to activate the Altura. Then it'll charge. It has Bloodlust, but I'm not going to try and resist. So it is a charge of 12. So that's just, it's easy in. You immediately need to make a morale check against 2.
I fail it. I'll spend a command token and pass it.
Okay. You didn't want to just get 2 stress? Okay, then I'll attack you. What's this? Sure. Okay, so I have a red, 2 orange, 2 yellow, and a blue. That's it.
I have 3 blue and a black, and that's it.
That's pretty bad. What are you showing? Just 1?
1.
Let me quickly look what I have. So right now I'm only showing 3 and adding a stress to you. I'm actually going to re-roll it. Run charging, I guess. Oh, that's kind of worse. No, it's not. It's actually about the same, slightly better. Okay. So I do my switches first?
I got to decide if I'm in a Berserker Rage first.
Oh, sure.
You have no defense right now. Do you have any built-in defenses?
No.
I'm going to Berserker Rage to add a hit.
Cool. So I'll take 1 damage.
I'll take 1 damage.
So I'll do my stress first.
Now you can do your switches.
Yeah, sorry, switches, I mean. So...
Well, all I did was add a hit.
Yeah, so I'll use 2 exclamation marks to give you frightened. I'm going to use an exclamation mark and a hollow hit to give you a stress. And then I'll send 3, which you'll lock 2, so you'll take 2.
2, I'll remove a model.
Yeah. You'll lose combat. You'll gain stress from that.
I gain a stress from that.
I'm not gonna push you back.
Okay.
I'm gonna spend a command token to use my once renamed ability called Hurricane. So all units within 2 strides of me take 1 damage for each level of stress on them. So you just take 4 stress, 4 damage.
Yep.
I just assume he puts his arms out and just spins really quick.
Move 2.
And then that's the end of the activation. So now you need to...
I roll dice. I did not get a success, so I do not get to remove the fighting state. And then I auto-pass.
Is that how Frightened works now? You don't, if you don't get any successes, you don't use it?
I don't think. Let me double check the FAQ. So when making a willpower test, your unit must re-roll the dice on which it rolls at least 1. Remove the state after making a willpower test. Oh no, it goes away.
Cool. Yeah. Oh, cool. I will reclaim this.
And I go down to my cap.
Yes. And then I'll reclaim this because you are, I assume you lost a conquest?
Lost 1 conquest.
Yeah. So he's 1, they're 1, so I reclaim it.
Yeah, strange that guy's 1 and the rock troll 0.
What?
Very strange.
That what?
That the rock troll has less conquest than that thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess the rock troll's kind of mindless, I assume?
I would say no more than that thing.
Yes. It's actually lore-wise, it is specifically not mindless. It actually has the mind of this guy. Like they essentially work together so he can like do stuff without needing to think about. The lore for how weavers work with like essentially splitting their minds into their creations is kind of cool. I'm kind of sad I'm not going to be doing a lore episode on them for a while.
Who's only able to go to...
Oh, that's where the stress was. I put it on the harvester. It should have been on the anointed.
The battle scarred are going to activate next.
Sure.
Activate again.
Uh-huh.
They're done.
Okay. I assume you don't out-conquest me.
They're at 2 right now.
Yeah. And he's 1. They're 2 and he's 1. So I'm at 4. Ice archers are annoying. Killing them could be handy. They're not activating again this round, though. But I haven't used the harvester for a while, so we're going to try and harvest. Kill charge them. You need to make a morale check. Intimidation 2.
Fail.
To gain 2 stress.
I choose to fail it.
Okay, so you gain 2 stress. You're figuring that they're not long for this world. Oh, so this is round 5. So I have no more rounds this turn. I will stress him. He'll take a stress. So you just gain an auto hit. So I have a red, orange, yellow, and then 2 auto hits and a shield. And you need to choose the one thing to cancel for yourself. Because you gang up.
I'll cancel the black.
Do you still have the black?
Oh, I'll cancel one of the blue. Cool. Doesn't make any difference.
So that's 5. And then I have a switch for the exclamation mark to be a hit.
They're all dead.
So that's 6.
They're all dead.
And he will get to make his moving move, so he'll get to go for to here, and then 3 to here. Okay, cool. And you can, I guess, remove him. This guy's at stress cap. This guy still has 1 stress.
The Prime Warrior is going to detach from the battle card.
Classic Prime Warrior stuff.
And it's going to charge... Are these guys immobile?
No. Here. Make that good stress to not move. Right.
The Warrior's going to charge him.
The Harvester? Cool.
I am well within 10.
Cool.
Actually, I will charge at a slight angle. And then this guy becomes lead again. Okay, Prime Warrior.
This is the guy that as he takes damage, he gains conquest or something?
As I gain stress.
As you gain stress, you gain conquest.
Yeah, so I'm going to stress to do an attack. That's going to add a hollow success, which is going to be a guaranteed damage.
Okay. I'm going to stress to gain a shield.
Oh, right. You're supposed to muster first? Yeah.
Sure. I'm stressing to gain a shield. I'm blue, blue, black, auto shield.
Sorry, you're also terrifying, right?
Oh, yeah. You make a morale check.
Come on, fail it. Come on.
She's like, boost my morale. No, you pass the intimidating too.
Can't pass the thing that I want to fail.
No. So I'm 2 blue, a black, a shield, an orange, and a yellow.
Okay. So I am raging. I have 2 red and an orange, and I'm stressing to add a hollow success, which adds the yellow. Because I now have stress on me to give me the...
And you have an auto hit from raging.
And I have an auto hit from raging. So I'm at... I'm going to re-roll that.
Sure. If I win this combat, I'm going to boost your morale. Oh. So much for winning this combat. Okay, so you're sending 6?
6. Yeah, there's 6 damage going 6 damage going towards you, and 1 auto damage.
6 and a auto damage.
So I'll send through the auto damage to begin with.
So 1 second. So there's... I'm blocking 2 with this.
Oh, you can just block 2 with the...
No, it's I stress to gain a shield.
Oh, you stressed.
So that's going to gain me... So I'm going to take 4... So I'm going to take 5. So that sucks. How many exclamation marks do I have? 4. Cool. Every 2 exclamation marks is a hit. So you'll take 3 damage back and I die.
Yep. Took my 3 damage.
And you get to do your move forward stuff.
I am going to activate Experience and Rage.
I think you do your movement if you want to do it first.
Yeah.
From wiping a unit?
Unfortunately, I can't use that to engage.
No.
But what I can do is I can go... Because he's maxed out, right?
He's maxed out, yeah.
Yeah.
I also don't get another activation this round. Yeah. You went second.
Oh, you have that one claim, by the way.
Oh, yes, I do.
I'm just debating whether or not I want to take control of the round. Oh, if I have control... No, if I have control, I get to choose who goes first. If you have control, you get to choose who goes first. So yeah, so I need to make sure I don't gain control of the round right now. So, I have one of mine. You have two of yours. Not that I think that actually matters.
I have two. You don't have that two right now.
You have three right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you have two.
If you take the middle, we tie.
We both have two then. And
no one has more, no one has an
and therefore you would get initiative. Yeah. So what I'm gonna do. So I get a full movement?
Yes.
See how far I can get.
What's the range on your thing to make other guys charge though?
15.
Oh, that's pretty far.
You teach, yeah. So then I have another 3 movement, but I'll just move to right there.
Sure.
I'm gonna target these guys.
Yep.
Am I within 7 of this? I don't think so. No, right?
Nope, you got out of it.
Yeah. So the battle scarred are going to declare a charge at those guys.
The anointed?
Yep. Cool. Our 10-inch charge should take me in right there. Then I got a pile on it. That one goes there. This guy goes over the wall. And this guy...
Okay, so what am I looking at?
So they're raging. They get 2 red.
Oh, they're raging.
And they're raging.
Okay,
So they have one success already on the...
So I have a choice. I can stress to gain a hit and an exclamation. The hit's not going to do much because you just negate 1 hit. I can stress to set one of my dice. Probably going to lose this fight.
Oh, and this is an activation, so they do have to take stress.
Okay. I'm going to not stress.
Okay. I am going to stress. And I'm going to stress to add a hollow success, which is a guaranteed wound. Okay, so that's a second guarantee. Do I want to reroll it? I'm going to reroll that.
Sure.
Actually, we just look at an orange dice. 1. Oh, there's only 1 on them. Yeah, I'm going to reroll it so I can do better.
Sure.
Okay. Pretty much got to the same.
Okay.
Okay.
So what do you got?
So hollow and the hollow off my stressing.
Yep.
Do 2 points of damage to you.
Yep.
The
Raging adds another hit.
yeah. So 1, 2.
That wasn't in your roll.
Well, no. This was the raging one.
Oh, okay. So you have 4.
So I've got 4 hits on you.
And then I have 3, plus I have a built-in one from the first anointed, so I'll block all 4.
Yeah. So I take 1 damage back, and I don't.
But you negate it.
Oh yeah, and I negate it. Then I will push you back.
Okay. I guess we should before
You
you
could have swapped out who the leader was, but you got knocked back just a little bit to hit the Master Nephron.
Yes,
Just enough to leave combat. I'm not going to follow up.
Then I place technically these guys, so we'll just do. And what's your morale? Or what's your conquest? I'm going to keep one. I guess I'll keep holding it then, right? Yep. And cool. So that's the round. So I'll score 2 points to your 1.
2 points. I think 3, actually. Oh, no, you're right. 2 points.
So they do stress from that.
And these one objective, yeah. Yeah, I get 1 and you get 2. And I've got, I use these little glass beads for mine.
Now we can do the No Man Left Behinds.
Yep.
My anointed are actually not left haven't activated. They're my only ones.
Yeah, you could pass through the Master Nephilim if you want to walk away from him.
No, they're just gonna rest.
Yep.
They're not engaged, so they'll rest. That's mine. You can go.
Okay. Hunter units. Three. I'm going to choose to go first this time.
Yep.
I'm debating about rejoining the unit.
Spend your ult activation to rejoin?
I'm debating about it, yeah.
To prevent you, because you have, what, 1 health left?
Yeah. I could also just randomly charge into you, but you're not in combat, so no. But I do have a command token, and it's probably good to use that, so.
You got 1 command token left?
Yep.
Cool.
Let me just check some distances. So they're within 15 of there. Allied, yeah, no line of sight needed. Are they within 15 of there? Yes, they are. Okay. I'm going to activate my Prime Warrior.
Sure.
My Prime Warrior is going to charge the intact.
Sure, yeah. Not long for this world.
Okay.
I'm still 3 guys.
Indeed you are. So you decide you have no switches.
Oh, no, this is a bit...
I'm going to stress because Prime Warrior always stresses.
Sure.
Prime Warrior loves having stress.
Yeah.
That'll give me a yellow. I am raging. And I have the free hit.
This week's video was on the intact and how they're very just mediocre. Specifically, they're very much a offense. Okay.
Do I want to go greedy or not?
Yeah. The unit has 5 wounds left.
I'm greed.
You going greedy?
Going greed.
Yep, cool. That greed worked out.
So, okay. So, first switch, I will do 1 automatic damage to you.
What switch?
That's off my stress modifier, which gave me a hollow hit.
Oh.
Errated card.
Okay, so you do 1 damage to me?
Yeah.
Okay, so that'll just kill a guy.
Yep. Do you have, and I have no other switches.
You rolled 4, 6, and then you have a built-in one from raging to 7. So yeah, you didn't even need to do the switches. That'll just kill them.
Yep.
And they're going to replace these guys because they're painted.
Sounds good. Okay. Then I am going to dilly-daddle where I am because I'm dead anyways. But I will use the command token to activate Experience and Rage.
Yep, you're still inside of 50. Yep, this is to be the unit, not the reader.
Let's see. I'm just checking. Yeah, no, they're not ineligible yet. Yeah, so I'm going to activate on the battle scarred.
Yep.
The battle scarred. Oh, are the battle scarred within 10? No, they are not. Okay, so I do not lose the stress off. I can't remember why they have a stress on though. So right, because they activated. Oh yeah, because I stressed. I stressed during my attack. Okay. So battle scarred are gonna go.
Sure. Charging back in.
Yeah, they're gonna charge the. They don't have any line of sight. Actually, do I have assault on the Master Nephrim?
Yeah, you definitely are in assault range.
Yeah, I'm gonna assault the Master Nephrim.
Sure.
We're just gonna come around the funnel like that. I cannot engage your anointed. They don't have some weird thing that pulls them into combat, do they?
The anointed?
Or the the anointed.
So you literally have an ability that pulls you into combat?
No, pulls themselves into combat.
Oh no. Attack. Only if I move.
Okay. Yeah. And this will be their activation. I will
I'm not stressing because all it can do is help me bring back risen units.
So let me just check something. You have how many hit points?
4.
You have 4 hit points.
Oh, make a morale check.
For 4 wounds. Yep. 2 orange.
You take 2 stress.
Yep. So they're going to be overcapped. So they're not doing any. Then they're not doing any stress.
They also might flee at the end of this activation.
Yep. It'd be kind of funny if they demoralize after killing you. So they're not able to stress at all.
I'm scary.
It is an assault, so that means I do not get the raging.
Yep.
So I'm just rolling straight dice.
Cool.
That would be 4.
1. So no hollow?
No hollows.
Nope. You just do 3 to me?
Yep.
Survive on 1. All thanks to the fact that you couldn't stress because of the intimidating.
Yeah, otherwise he'd be dead.
Yeah, because you auto do a damage.
Okay. I win combat.
Yep.
I choose to push you back. Actually, yeah, I choose to push you back. We'll just bounce into the anointed.
Yeah, there is. I was base to base.
Oh,
with him.
Yeah.
So I can't.
Okay. Then I have to try to demoralize.
Yes.
I'm over by Rosary now. I passed with 2. That was that earlier.
But at least you're not going again.
That is my activation.
You're not quite within.
I took this fight, by the way.
Because you're a bunch of points.
Because I'm at 2 conquest on her right now.
Yep.
She's going to die shortly, but...
I know, but I was...
Temporary victory.
So I was really hoping you were in 2, because I could just activate and use the ability to just do a damage to you for each stress that you have, and then I wouldn't need to kill you.
Well, now you just have to walk over and do that.
No, I just need to actually walk over and kill you.
You can just walk over and do the wind, though, can't you?
Oh yeah, I could just walk instead of bothering with the charge.
Yeah. It changes very little.
Yeah, but if I charge you, I don't need to worry about... I don't need to spend a command token. Oh, sorry. Harvester is actually under Nephrim.
Part of what made it so important, but well, he's engaging combat, so we can't use the res right now. At least he's stressed.
Why not?
Because any ability has to be involving the context.
It's not a skill. That only applies to skills.
I'm pretty sure it's all abilities.
Command abilities, you don't care. Okay. Otherwise, you wouldn't be able to do your charge in when you've engaged me.
Yeah. Okay.
It's not a skill right now. It's a command ability. She can activate it.
Sorry, I should be positioned in a way that allows you to be pushed off.
No, because they were base to base.
All 3 of them?
Oh, they were.
Never mind then.
Like there is a bit of a gap. We can say, yeah, we'll say I'm pushed back.
Because I just don't want to be getting teamed up on.
Well, if Nephrim charges you, you get ganged up on because I stress and they come in anyways. But
yeah.
But then you have.
But Master Nephrim with 1 wound charges me. He dies.
Yeah.
Yeah. But there's more what I'm worried about.
Yeah. I'd be more likely to just shoot you.
Yeah.
We will. Because you said this guy can activate again, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So we'll go with that, Hurrah. He'll just charge in.
Moves in. Do you want to bother with the attack rolls and risk the back damage, or do you want to just kill me if command ability?
I'll save the command token.
Okay. I mustered my pool.
Do you have smackback damage?
Oh, yeah.
A bunch?
Yeah.
Now just do the command token.
Okay.
Boop, take a damage. And then it will just move.
She passes on one.
Cool.
Is it morale 2 or 1?
Oh, it's 2.
Okay, so she take a stress, so she wouldn't be able to do the command token.
It's fine. I'm just going to do it. And then I'll end my turn and just end there.
Now we're now on 7.
This unit of hunters is going to activate.
Sure. I assume they're a conquest too?
Because of the wise man.
You're taking my stuff. Yeah, that's a good spot. What does the wise man do for them?
So wise man adds a auto hit and an auto defense to hit in defense. And he has voice experience, which allows me to spend a command token to fix the result of one of my dice. And we can stress to add red.
And you're fearless and repeating.
I'm fearless and I replete willpower tests.
Got it. So I'm not going to panic
And you can't push me back if I don't want to be pushed.
I'm not going to panic you off the my points. And I'm not fast enough to just dart towards yours. That's annoying. Let's go with the Maws intact. They'll just move to there. And they'll just try and do it. They fail. They're not good at it. That was a waste. Okay.
I'm going to activate the Wise Mane Battle Scar, or the Wise Mane... Actually, I'm going to activate... Wow, you failing that actually makes it awkward for me, which is surprising.
Because you can't just land right there?
Yeah, I can't just charge into you now. Yeah. Oh, that's ironic. I can live through it freely, and I can charge at weird angles. So, 10, 11, 12, 13 charge. Okay, I'll be able to do that. So, I'm going to spend my last command token.
Sure.
I'm going to activate Loda's unit, and Loda's going to use the Move Your Asses.
Sure.
So, duration is 3 rounds, so I got to put the spell effect out.
Oh. It's the first time I think...
It's not a spell, but it's like a duration ability.
Yeah, I think this is the first time we've used this.
Okay. Okay, so while the effect of the skill lasts, your unit gains raging, and I add 1 to its defense and attack rolls.
That's technically a demoralized marker, but we don't have any on there yet, so it's fine.
It's an event. It's actually an event marker.
Is it? I'm pretty sure the event is these. This is the ones for spells.
That's probably smart. Yeah, let's switch to that. Just to make it easy, because I'm going to be shuffling my stuff.
Yeah, sure. That's fair.
And I add 3, and crucially, I add 3 to my charge.
Cool. So you're going to then activate that, you're activating that unit and charging?
So then they're going to charge off at a weird angle to slam into the unit there.
Yep. We just swap them all.
Yep. Drop the Krill warriors in place. because pro warriors on small bases turn out to make pretty good orcs.
Yep. Cool.
Corvusbelli, if you're listening, talk to Asmodee. Get us hunters. We'll buy units. Then, okay. I'm going to use Cat of Ninetails on you. Target cannot be displaced or placed, which means you kind of ignore the pushback part. And if I win combat, you take an additional damage after resolution.
Sure. And then you have 1 hit.
1, 2, 3.
A yellow.
And I will stress.
Yep.
To get an additional hit.
Sure.
So I've got 2 hits outside, 2 hits from Lota and stressing. I have 1 hollow exclamation mark, and I've got from the hunters 1 red, 3 orange, 1 yellow. Sure. And I'm raging, which means I get an additional hit. And Lota's ability adds another additional hit. So it's got 4 hits before I roll dice.
4 hits before dice?
Yes.
Raging, Lota.
So Lota gives me raging, plus add a hit to your defense and attack rolls. And add 3 stars.
Okay, so that's 2.
And then I've got 1 off her base.
Okay.
And 1 off stressing.
Okay.
Yep. She's crazy.
Don't think we're going to win this combat. Okay, pretty good. Pretty good. Block into.
I'm going to reroll that.
Sure.
And he had 2 hits. That's better.
Is it?
Yeah.
So you have 3. Do you have any switches?
Yes, I do. Okay. So first switch, you use the double solid exclamation mark to get you disarmed.
Oh, off of them, yep.
Yep. Off the hunters.
Oh, it's disarmed. For some reason I thought they did vulnerable.
Oh, I can just do it with 1, but yeah, you get disarmed. Or yeah, no, yeah, you're getting disarmed many different ways. Oh, sorry. Actually, no. I'm doing this wrong.
Yeah, they do
The
vulnerable.
double exclamation gives you vulnerable. The hollow exclamation mark gives you disarmed.
Sure. Okay.
Then I use the hollow hit to do nothing.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's no holiday. Okay.
I'm getting confused with a different ability.
Yeah, okay. I have switch.
You have switches.
2 exclamation marks cancels a hit.
Okay. So take away 1 hit.
So you're up to 6.
I'm down. Yeah, I'm down to 6.
I'm blocking 2. I can stress to negate damage. So I could just take 2 damage if I just want to cap out my stress. Which isn't terrible. It's kind of terrible. Sure, I'm going to take... then I'm going to go to cap. I'm going to go past cap. I'll gain... No, I just won't stress. So I'm taking 4.
Right now you're taking 4, and then you'll take 5 at resolution.
Okay, so we're working with a new camera setup, and it led to us losing a bit of footage, so I'm just going to quickly walk through what happened over the next turn and a half, and then we get back to the footage, and it continues until the end of the game. So, my Anointed activate and charge into the Orc Hunters with Lotta. They end up doing a bunch of damage. They stress to do a bit more and end up leaving that unit with just one Orc Hunter and Lotta herself. Then my opponent activates his Orc unit that is closest to the camera on his far left that has his Wise Mane, and they just double move over to my back point and capture it. Finally, the last piece of missing information was Master Nephirim with the 1 wound that she still had, activates and double moves over to my opponent's, not my opponent's, my track marker. In the process, she also pops out the Harvester that had been killed previously, moving over towards my opponent's unprotected and having been flipped point. Master Nephirim successfully tracks, progressing me on the track marker to be on par with my opponent with 1 left. And my opponent places the track marker over quite near where the other track marker is, near that clump, you can see where the Anointed had been, and at this point is just the battle scarred. So that's all that the camera really lost, and now we can get back into the game.
And we're now in the last turn of the rounds.
Plus 5 will go to there. 4 will go to there. We have to end slightly short. 5 would go to there. And 4 would go to there, not quite making it to the track. So, I have to use the...
These guys are dead.
The wacky guy only has 3 hit points.
He has 4 hit points left.
But, well, I can do that. Okay. So I'm going to declare a charge on the 2 men.
Crazy inflatable arm killing 2 men, also known as Audhura.
Yeah. But I'm going to charge at the worst angle I can with my charge of 10 to hit right there.
You'll need to, by math, you'll need to hit there. Because you can't go past the you can't go past the apex.
I'm not going past the apex, but right at the apex. Yeah. Because there's an infinitesimal point where I've got an apex of the curve, which should be right about there. Yeah.
Cool.
Bring everybody else along. I am fearless because of the wise mane.
Yeah, he really doesn't like the fearless.
Yeah.
Wise mane is support or officer?
Support, sadly.
Cool.
Kind of wish he was an officer.
I'll stress for a hit, because why not?
Okay. So I'm going to roll. I will stress. Actually, I will not stress.
Sure.
Because I need to get greedy here. I'm going to roll 1 red, 2 orange, yellow, and I have an auto hit. I need to be greedier. Okay, I'm trying to one around you.
Yep. That got worse?
Yeah, it got worse. Oh well.
How much are you sending?
I'm sending 2 into you.
2?
So you negate one of them.
So I take 1, and I'm sending 2 back at you.
And so I get hit by that.
So you take 2? I take 1?
Yep.
And I'm giving you frightened with the switch.
I'm fearless.
Oh, yeah. Okay, well, I win combat.
Yep. Yep. So I take a stress.
I will push you back.
I choose not to be.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so my last activation. Let me do quick measuring. 7, 14 plus 8. I think the Harvester, newly returned, is just going to go for a light jog.
Just run over and cap that one.
Yeah.
So, let's go.
3, 4. And he's going to come to... This wants to be just at 7. Cool. Just over to...
Okay. So he's just touching the 7.
Yep, just at 7. So I'll flip that, and that should be the round.
Yes.
So we both have 2. So that's
I have 2 enemy, and I have
was not one.
I have more. I have
You're the same as many as me. So we'll go through it. So we both have.
So first one, they control more objectives than the rival. We have the same number.
We have the same number.
If they control at least one objective of the rival, we both get 1,
We each get 1.
and we both get a second one.
We both get 2. So it's a 2-2.
Yep. Which means I am still losing, so I maintain control.
This is what. Oh yeah. Sorry, I was thinking it was a further round. But yes, you control. You keep control. No man left behind. I don't have any.
I have none.
And it's your go.
So the Uhura has 2 wounds on.
Yeah, there's 3 left.
Okay. So I'm going to activate that hunter unit with the Wise Mane. They're already engaged with you, so I don't. They're fearless, so that doesn't matter.
Yep.
This time though, do you want to stress? No, I do not want to stress.
I will. I go to my cap.
So I get a red, 2 orange, and a yellow, and 1 success. One, two, three, 4.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Yep.
I'm 1 away from putting an extra hit into you, which is too bad. So I'm sending 2 into you, and I'm blocking 2, so it's a tie combat.
But you die.
No, I have 3 wounds left.
I thought you said it was 4 wounds.
Yeah, you did 1 last time. No, I had 4 wounds left.
Oh, that's very different from what I thought he had.
No, I said he had 4 wounds
I
left.
thought he had 4 wounds total.
No, he's 5.
I needed to. Yeah, that was a bad combat then choice by me.
What?
That would completely change my turn choices.
Yeah,
It's from the previous round.
oh,
I would have just run past you. I wouldn't have bothered engaging.
because I had said 5, 4 left.
I thought you had 4 wounds.
Oh, no, I said 4 left.
Yeah, that changes everything for my last 2 turns.
That is unfortunate. I don't know how to roll it back.
I think it was the actor.
Yeah. Yeah, because that'll change it from being in a good position to me being in a really shitty position.
You could have stressed to set a dice, right?
No, I have to use command tokens. I've run out of command tokens.
Oh, you're going out as command
I use them all. No, I would have needed to stress to add a red dice to the previous combat as well.
You went to cap last time.
No, I went to cap when I lost combat. I was trying to save my dice to move over there and do that. I didn't realize he had 4 hit points left. I thought he had 2.
He had 4 hit points left.
I thought he only had 3.
That's why. I kept saying 4 left.
How do I handle the snare?
Yeah.
I thought now I'm going to die to a harvester. He's the problem.
Harvester's out of range.
I think so.
He charges 11. You're just 13.
But he also has an ability though, doesn't he? That does an AoE around him.
Harvester, no.
Yeah.
Harvester, his skills require him to start his turn engaged.
Okay, so I guess we're tied. I took how much damage?
You took 2 because I stressed to gain 1.
So I use another model.
I do lose combat.
No, I lost combat. We tied.
Oh, so it's tied. No, so it's tied. No one loses combat. You did 2 to me.
Yeah.
I did 2 to you.
Yeah. But the problem is, yeah.
All right. You being immune to morale stuff is really annoying. I essentially can't attack you, otherwise you're just going to slough through. If you want, we can roll that back.
So the way it would have worked instead is I would have not bothered engaging him.
Well, so if you want, we can roll back that last
It
activation.
actually roll back 2 turns.
No. We could roll back this last activation and just have you run out of combat.
I wouldn't do that because of the crackback.
Because I can stress and do 1 hit on you?
You could stress and do a lot more than 1 when you roll your dice.
I'm not going to wipe the unit, though. It's up to you.
Yeah. No, the take back would have needed to be 2 turns ago.
Yeah. That's a bit too far.
Yeah, because I needed to do was just run past him and just run to the towards the objective to get in the better position.
Yeah. So next turn, they move how far? 3-3?
3-2.
3-2. So
I couldn't quite make it to the objective by running just around you.
But if you kill me, you will make it there. This is annoying. You still have a bunch of health. You still have a bunch of stuff left.
Oh, sorry. I took how much damage? No, I just took 2. Right?
We took 2, yeah.
Yeah.
I suicide myself.
Oh, and I'm pretty sure I had enough switches there with my dice to give you vulnerable.
Vulnerable, yeah.
Yeah, vulnerable now.
Yeah.
I should have checked out the previous one as well. That's my bad.
Is the Wrathmane on his own? Immune to morale stuff.
What, the wise man?
Yeah.
Yes, they're fearless.
They're fearless.
But doesn't matter because he has to be killed. He has to die first because of unit rules.
Oh yeah, because he's not a.
Not a-
Oh, actually, because he's a support.
Yeah.
Okay, in that case, then yes, the correct answer is to activate Adhura. Inner conquest is still 2, I assume.
Yes. Cool. So it is, because I'd never go down with
Or does it really matter? Because I'm probably just gonna die from attacking you.
You got 2, 1.
Unfortunately, I cannot stress.
Nothing down to that, so I'm blue and black. So I have blue, black, and 1 success. Yeah.
Or it's not very good.
I got a success.
So I do my switches first.
Yep.
So hollow and an exclamation mark will give you a stress. So you take 2 stress.
Stress.
And you're immune to frightened, so no more switches for me.
Okay. And so I'm looking at 2 hits or more.
No, just 2.
So I'm going to turn my block and my auto block into 2 hits.
You only need to turn one of them.
Oh, okay. I'll just turn one of them then.
Sorry, actually, so before we do that, because Hurricane is once during activation at any time, before we get to that stage, I am going to spend a command token and deal damage per stress.
Okay.
So you take 3.
Yeah, so I currently have none on me, so I lose a die.
And take a wound. And then, so then you're sending 2 back at me and I'm sending 2 to you?
Yeah. Well, I'm sending 1 at you, who said. So I've got 1 block.
You said you're turning 1 block and keeping 1. So each send 1.
Enough to kill you.
So yeah, I kill you and your wise main dies.
Yeah. So you've got how much coming back at me? 2.
Yeah.
Minus 1 because of my 1 shield.
Yeah, so you take 1.
So I take 1.
Yep. Kills the wise. And kills Adhura. Who dies.
We just figure out how to do this. Okay, we'll just have to remember that this is a unit of hunters because I do not yet have any more hunters.
Yeah, so we'll just use the wise man as the place marker.
Okay.
Now you do test to demoralize.
Is that before I do my
You killed me in melee, so I think that's first, because at the very end of the activation is when you...
or does that still based on doing the most wounds? I just don't know.
For what?
Because we did technically do this.
We did the same number of damage.
Actually, no, you did more wounds than I did.
No, I only did 1. I did 1. His ability is not part of the combat res.
It isn't?
No, because it's an at any time ability. So it's an old ability.
Okay. But yeah, I'll try to test them.
No, so you test after you do, because you kill me.
Well, I failed my test, but I'll see how much I failed by.
Well, you get to do your run moving first. Because you kill me.
Yeah.
At the very end of the activation is when you test to demoralize.
Okay. But this was during your activation.
Yes.
But I still get my sweep, right?
Yeah, you still get your... You kill the unit in combat.
So 3 takes him over the wall.
Yep.
And 2 will take him up to the objective.
Yep. He can't do it anymore.
Well, he can try, but not during your turn.
No, he can't try. You need a character.
Pardon? Oh, you need a character?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Now test to demoralize.
Sales.
Yep, you're 2 over. So we get the...
Actually, there's no point going that way then. If I
Yeah, go where you want.
I just go up this way just to maximize runs distance.
And it's
3 ahead.
3 ahead. So 1, 2, 3. Just put a 1 on them. And then they start fleeing back towards your edge. That's my activation, so now we go to your turn. You do continue to hold that, though. Because I died.
My battle scarred will activate next.
Yep, they're alive.
They're going to declare a charge on the intact.
Yep.
That's the lead. Charge of 10.
Yep.
Just run up through your intact.
Oh, your the sticky tech is...
It's because he barely fits on the base.
The sticky attack started giving, and then the weight of the killer brought him down. Yep. So
That, and I guess I can technically drop in the middle there. It is nearly impossible with this guy. Battle scarred. Even after reposing, still awkward. Just so that it's just touching that one.
Yep.
Cool. Not your intact.
well,
Not your
intact that are vulnerable and disarmed are going to have a real bad time today.
Okay.
Green, blue, black, black.
And
I'm not scary.
red.
Oh wait, where's your leader?
There.
Okay, I'll swap the Maw. Unfortunately, the Maw is not as scary when he's surrounded by mooks.
Yeah.
He's normally in Tim too.
So I am red, orange, orange. I will stress, which gives me a hollow.
Cool.
Start adding using other symbols. My God, there's none of it.
Oh, and Nada's thing is
So
done.
that's a hollow. I have raging, with adds a hit.
Lada's ability.
I have relentless because you have states on you, which adds another hit.
Sure.
No, Lada's thing doesn't affect them.
Okay, but I'm saying it's turned off anyways.
Why?
Because it was on the one.
Oh, we hit it. Okay.
Yeah. Just to remove the blue. Yeah.
There we go. Okay. And anything else? Do I want to stress? Yeah, I did stress
Do
that.
they only get extra hits for vulnerable, or also the disarmed that's on me? Because I have both.
You only get one.
Cool.
It's if you has any or. It's an or, so I assume it's not. I assume it doesn't compound.
Sure.
So I get 2 red, 2 orange, plus the symbols here, except for that exclamation mark, which doesn't exist.
Cool. I wonder if there's a thing on the camera that makes it stop after a certain time and doesn't keep. I might. Oh,
Well, we'll see what you roll, but I'm probably keeping that.
fucked. Okay.
Yeah, I think I'll keep that.
Cool. So you're doing how much?
Okay.
Oh, there's all those dice over there that you have.
So switch to start with. I'll use the hollow to do a damage to you.
And that takes one out.
Then I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
8 to my 2 means I'm taking 6, which will wipe out the intact. Oh, I'm vulnerable. You get to cancel one of my things.
Oh, right. You don't have any switches, do you?
Not that I can afford.
Yeah. I'll get rid of one of the solids.
Okay, so I'm taking 7, which will leave a damage on the Maw.
Yeah, 1 damage on the
Yes. I'm going to stress twice to negate 2 more. So you're going to send 7.
I'm sending 5 then towards you. Or towards the unit.
7. Is that counting this? Yes. So you're saying 5.
I had 8 on the dice.
So I'll take
Or 8 when I
a
count.
guy and 2. So the unit will. Oh no, he's the leader. So I need to take him. So the unit is alive on 1 wound at 2 stress. Now they're going to test to.
And I will push you back.
Okay.
Or actually, no, I will not, because you're... Yeah, I will not push you back.
Demoralize? No, I'm good.
Do you have frightened on you? No. I didn't get frightened, but
No,
vulnerable's
because everything else, yeah. So they pass it. So they're staying there.
Yep. And the battle scarred 1 combat.
Oh, yeah, gain a stress for that. But then I pass my morale and it goes back down.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that doesn't push them to double.
Yeah, and the battle scarred don't have anything other special. Special right now.
Yep.
They just broke the other squad out of combat.
Broke what squad out of combat?
This squad is no longer engaged by the Moth squad.
Yes. Okay, so they're up. Are the Val's card capped now again?
They are capped, yes.
Okay. So let's go with, and these guys are definitely capped. Oh, they're demoralized. Yeah.
Count.
Yeah. So let's go with the anointed. Let's see if I can not just beat on this squad again.
Okay.
And we will declare an attack.
Okay. So I get a green, 2 blacks, and a shield.
And they are going. I'm going to stress.
Yeah.
I know you did.
I'm not going to bother stressing.
You can decide first, but
I'm not going to bother stressing because there's you have built-in defenses.
I don't. But I have a built-in green die, and I have a switch stat shield.
Yeah. There's no point.
There. That's why it was no point for you.
1, 2.
So I have switches first. You're sending no offense back at me other than those 2 shields, or do you have 3 shields?
I have 3 shields.
Okay, so you have 3 shields. I can cancel a shield for 2. So how many exclamation marks I have? I have 1. I have 1 built in that from stressing. So I'm sending 1, 2, 3. Currently sending 5. So I'm only doing 2 damage. Or I can add 2. I already have 2 shields. So yeah, I'm going to spend my 2 exclamation marks to cancel one of your shields.
So I have 1 shield against your 3 hits. So I take
5.
Oh, 5 hits.
I have 1 built in and 1 from stressing.
Okay, so I've got 1, 2 guys.
So you're blocking 2. I assume you're not converting any.
Yep.
So you're taking 3.
So 3.
So that's 3, right?
You said you.
I'm sending
I
5.
already removed it, didn't I?
Yeah. So yeah, you take 3. So you can remove the wound from them.
Oh, I only have lost
Yeah, you took
more
3
than
damage.
3. So yeah, then these 2 guys.
2 guys in the thing.
And now Loda's out on her own.
So Lana's out on her own. She takes a
Takes stress for losing combat.
And do I want to push you back? Yes, I'll push you back. So I don't know what your move is.
3, 2.
So it's the 3. So you'll move sign back like that.
Yep.
I'll follow up. This is because you haven't tested this turn. Intimidating does proc now.
Yep.
So make a test. They're only in Tim 1.
Pass.
You're fine. And then I assume she's fine. Cool. And
Following up is not a place or a displace, right? It's just a movement, right?
No, I don't think so. I think it's just move.
Okay. Yeah. If it was a place or a displace, it doesn't happen because of my ability.
Which ability? Oh, her pass.
When I'm engaged, I can just basically.
But you're not engaged.
Yeah. Well, no. I mean, no. It was for that combat. If I'm engaged, then that it's a weird ability.
Yeah. Because you can.
But I don't think it stops follow.
Okay, cool. So that was the Anointed's activation.
Okay. The Orc Hunters are gonna activate.
Okay.
The undamaged Orc Hunter unit over here. This is their first activation of the round.
Sure.
3, 2.
Sure.
3 and 2.
Scary. So Sam, you're going to finally flip that point.
Yep.
They're Conquest 2, I assume?
Yep.
Okay.
We have another spot for it. Just because everything on the board, can you pass me one of yours?
What do you need? Oh, well, yeah, here. Yeah. There you go. Okay, so you flip that one back. I'm going to go with Nephrim. So he's going to...
Oh, and I will Wrath Roar. Oh, no, I can't because I have no command tokens.
Cool. Nephrim's going to go for... She should fit just in there. Not quite touching you.
Not touching. Okay.
Not touching you. Yep. Get off me. 4.
Yeah.
This one's mine, right? Yes.
Yes. One is yours.
And then... who has a lot of stress on? These guys all have a lot of stress. We'll spend my... Yeah, we'll do my last command token. Just drop this guy out. Right there. And then she'll continue moving. Just over to... Whoop. Knock over the wall to there. Then she'll roll to try and flip it. Yep. So I hit 4. And I believe we immediately score it now. Probably.
When a company advances to position 4, it obtains 4 AP. The rival gains as many AP as current. So I get 3 and you get 4.
Okay. So I'll just mark 4, 3, and then we can just kind of remove these. They don't matter anymore. That is Nephrim's turn done.
Okay.
Is Orc Scar, the top hide thing, is that when attacked, or is that just like once per activation?
When attacked.
Okay. The damage reduction thing? Cool.
Yeah, it's what everybody thought the medic was supposed
It's when you're attacking or defending, not just against anything. Cool.
Yeah. It's the same thing. It's what they thought the medic thing was supposed to be until the FAQ said otherwise.
Yep. They're fearless, right? Battle Scars?
No.
Okay. Cool.
The 2 orange wings.
And I set up the Outhura to do their hurricane, and then I just realized I'm out of command tokens, so it can't do it.
Oh, that's funny. Okay. 4. Activate the Orc Hunters again.
Yep.
They're going to declare a charge.
Sure. Into
That guy. That's the only
can you do a straight? Yeah, you have a straight line.
Yeah, so it's just going to charge along here to hit the apex.
Let me just swap
them in.
Cool. Okay, Anointed, you can't use your bone armor because I used all the command tokens. That's out of the way.
On the bone armor.
No, you
used a lot on the bone armor.
No, I haven't used bone armor once.
Oh, you have it?
No.
Was that a different ability that's just very similar?
Yeah. Bone armor lets me set a die. Okay. I've just been stressing with them.
Okay. I don't want to stress. How many turns?
I will stress. Can't remember if I choose first or you, but I will stress.
Yeah, you rally. You muster your dice first.
Are you fearless?
No, I'm not.
Okay, so before you make your choice, do a morale check.
I have 2 orange.
I'm spooky. I'm not that spooky.
I care not.
You're like not that scary.
Okay. Right, I can always just do that. I will stress.
Okay.
So that will give me 2 red, or 3 orange, a yellow, and 2 successes.
Okay. So I have 2 green, a black, a yellow, a hit, and a special. That was not good.
That was a charge, which means I'm going to re-roll that.
Oh, and I have a built-in shield.
That is garbage, but I will go with it.
Okay.
1,
So you have 2 built in.
3,
I missed the 2 built
4,
in.
5, 6, 7.
What's the 2 built in from?
Rathbane.
Oh, he just has 2 built
Well,
in.
I stressed, so I got red and a
Okay, that makes sense.
and I have ones built in. In hindsight, I probably should have kept the first roll.
So I'm going to...
I've got switches.
Okay. Go ahead. He's already...
Oh, sorry. I get to first cancel a dice.
because I'm ganged up on.
Yep.
Which do you want to...
Oh, actually, no, sorry. What's the order? We cancel before we start resolving our switches?
Yeah.
Okay. So what are your switches?
2 exclamation marks is a shield.
Anything else?
3 exclamation marks is a hit.
And you have 2 right now?
2... No, I have
3.
4 because I stressed.
Oh, the die once.
And you get nothing from hollow shields?
No.
So in that case, I'm going to negate the 2 exclamation marks to kick away one of your options. Okay. Then I will... Okay, now I'll do my switches.
Sure.
You're going to get the vulnerable state.
Love it.
That's off 2 of them. You're going to... Do I want to displace you? Not sure if I want to displace you or not.
Oh, that hers back in stressed.
No, I think I like you where you are.
Okay. Okay, so I'm blocking 1, 2, 3 from the built-in shield from the first anointed, and then a 4th from my 2 exclamation marks.
So you're taking 3.
Okay, and you are taking 1. So 3, I'm just going to lose an anointed. Full anointed. Okay. Then you said you're not pushing me back?
No, I wasn't displacing you.
Oh, okay. Are you going to push me back?
I am going to push you back.
1 second.
He's doing it. Never mind, I can't push you back. You're locked in because of where my models are.
Okay, so you can't push me through you.
Yep.
Okay, so
And then Loda basically forced the envelope.
yeah. And Loda's a cap. But Loda hasn't.
I should have displaced you. Oh well.
Loda hasn't activated.
Yeah, in hindsight, I should have displaced.
Battle scars are at cap. Oh,
No, I can't displace you anyways. Same problem applies because displace has to be a path.
oh yeah, displays is like a push. Yeah. Interesting. So the only people you can activate again right now
Or Loda.
is Loda.
Well, and we're at the end of
At the end, he might be.
still exist. He probably will exist, but he might.
Has he not activated this round?
No, he's demoralized. I test at the end of this turn to see if he rallies.
Yeah, but didn't he? He already activated them.
What do you mean? By activate?
He already went this round.
Yes, but because of how demoralized.
Oh, you go
back
below.
one below cap.
Yeah, you go 1 below.
But like, there's a 50-50 shot of me getting it.
Yeah, that's fair.
I have 1 orange.
Let's go with. Do I go crazy inflatable arm inflating tube man because I don't usually play him and it's fun? The Maw is not doing anything. Sure, we'll activate the Outhura. And he will assault. Or does the Harvester want to move in? The Outhura will assault. Wada.
If you can. No, there.
Sorry, I'm at stress cap, so I can't do anything else. So just red, orange, yellow, blue.
Fearlessness test? Or, I mean, morale test?
Oh, yeah, she's not fearless.
1, so I
Take 1 stress. Yep. Doesn't, I guess it matters for if I can get you really over your cap if I don't kill you.
1 over cap right now.
You're not too over cap, though.
Not yet.
So I'll attack you. I can't stress, so just red, orange, yellow, blue. You can't stress.
Blue, black, red, and I have a built-in success.
Wow, that was real bad. Whoa.
Yeah, that was really bad for you.
Okay, so okay, I'll do my switches first.
Yep.
Each of those exclamation mark and things is a stress, so take 2 stress.
Okay, so I'm getting two more stress.
So this is a stress, this is a stress.
Okay.
These 2 exclamation marks will make you frightened.
I am frightened.
And then it looks like, do you have any switches?
Actually, no, I do not.
Okay, so you're doing 2 damage to me and blocking my damage. So I lose combat.
Yeah.
I gain a stress.
It ran out of power.
What?
Double check the camera.
Oh, yeah, it's fine. Camera's fine.
Yeah.
The light turned off.
So you take 2 damage and you lose combat.
Yep.
So I push you back towards the terrain.
Sure.
Boop.
And now you test to demoralize.
Do I want to follow up? Oh wait, no, I don't.
Yeah, you won combat.
I want to push it back. No, yeah, I want to push you back.
Okay. Now you test to demoralize.
Nope.
You fail.
I demoralize.
Your frightened goes away though.
Yep.
And
Yeah, I guess theoretically I could re-roll that 1 success I had.
here, take a number 2. Do you?
I'll get my number 2 out.
And 1, 2, 3. It won't matter. You won't test for it.
Yeah.
And then I guess she just.
Vamooses through my guys.
Oh yeah, because you can move through friendlies.
1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2 towards the board edge.
I didn't get within 7. Darn it. Okay. So that's that activation. So now you tested a rally on this guy.
Yes. He rallies.
Yay.
Slightly surprising. How many conquests is he worth?
1.
Hmm.
And we go to. Oh, this is the final round.
So, she's broken. They're capped. He goes down to 1.
Importantly,
He goes down to 0 stress because they only have morale 1.
Importantly, they're capped and in combat, so they can't even activate to just like rest.
Yeah.
And your character's also engaged, so he can't leave the unit.
So he's activated, and he has only...
He's at cap,
Okay, so he's at cap.
but he's not engaged, so he can activate to rest.
Yeah.
Nephrim still has one more.
So you have one activation left.
Yeah, one activation.
The thing that lets him teleport him, is that a command token ability?
The move 15. No.
Did he get...
Where he teleports? No, that's just at the end of his activation. I can choose a risen unit within 15 and place them 5.
Okay, so this is just an innate ability.
Yeah.
Which means that anything you go to, you can cap it because you can basically pull him to.
If I can end within 15. Yeah.
So, what I'm going to do is run this little bugger. Hold this. So you're with 7 of that right now. So you got that one held well. So I'm going to go 3 up to the wall, 2 past the wall, 3, 2.
Yeah, and I think, I moved far away with these guys when they fell in, so you flip this one.
Yep.
So I just need to take it back.
Yep. So right now I've got 4 objectives, and you've got 1, the last activation of the game.
So he can just charge you. I will have to test to be... I'm fearless, I assume. Yes. Well, I'm a golem, so yeah.
Oh, actually, hold on. I had more movement. Yeah. Yeah, sure. We'll go with that. It's fine.
So this harvester just charge... I could do the board thing where I just move to within 15.
No, I know you're taking the point.
Teleport.
If I'm trying to avoid him getting an overrun with him. Or no, he can't take 2 points because of how the rules work.
Yeah.
You can only contest 1 point at a time.
Yeah. So instead of him resting and moving there, I will go for the fun thing. There's no way you murder the harvester, so the harvester will activate. They'll just charge.
God damn it, that caber does not want to stay upright.
Technically, actually, I don't think Sinister says you don't need to do it if you're fearless. So sure, he passes it. When is one more?
It doesn't matter even if you didn't have to.
It does mean he can't. It would mean he wouldn't be able to stress. Yeah.
Yeah.
He has a tumor.
It's a 2 wound or hunter.
Okay, we're gonna do this. We're gonna stress because we're just gonna
murder the guy really hard.
I put some fresh blood on his scythe the other day.
I get 2 dice.
Nice. I have a red, orange, yellow, and 2 auto hits.
Black, blue. I'll do a hit back at you if I even have a hit.
I'm going to use 1 exclamation mark to cancel your shields because I'm a jerk. Yep. And then I'll send 5.
He dies.
Got him.
So, I feel that's the end of the game.
Oh, you had 3 there. Yeah. Yeah, moving to the middle was important there.
Yeah. Forcing a choice.
Yeah. So at the end, you'll score 3. You'll score because you score more. You score having 2, and you score having 1 of mine.
Yep. So I have 1, 2. I get 3.
Yep.
And you get 1.
2. I have 2.
Oh,
and I have 1 of yours.
Oh, okay, true. Yep.
So I score 2. So I go to 6. You go to 6.
Tie game. On that.
So we tie on that.
I win.
So I just
by 1 on our.
I just win by 1. So that was by far the closest game we've had. Yeah, that was a nail biter. You definitely were playing the objectives, I think, more.
Yeah,
which definitely helped.
It's easier when you have enough units to do it.
Yeah.
I can see why Grotnib really has been liking to run 3 hunters.
Yeah,
because hunters with a character in them are just fine.
Yeah,
they're A-okay regardless. You can put any.
They definitely.
They will be happy.
Do you know what? They're definitely better than my intact.
Yeah, Lotta is a pretty crazy buffer.
Yeah, maybe once we start getting some more Scion characters. So right now we don't really have characters.
Yeah, I wanted to play a game without the Dark Master as well.
Yeah,
I'm paying 30 points for that.
Yeah, and you chose the one time I didn't bring an ambusher, so...
but I mean, the other thing as well is this list just didn't care if you bring an ambusher in. Yeah, every one of the units is like, okay, I'll fight that.
Yeah. Well, like, I don't know. I use ambushers primarily to be like, did you move away from your point? It is my point now.
Yeah. Yeah, and you already got the points for using that method anyways because you had the teleporting Harvester.
Yeah. Well, he actually I did a bad job with teleporting him. He just moves very quick.
Yeah, you might have been able to get that objective back if you'd placed him a little bit differently, but even then I think you would still had to have been staying within 7 of this thing, which was causing the pain.
Yeah, I kept pushing off taking back that I like realistically he could have just gone and finished off. Like realistically, I don't think WADA activating. Like I didn't need to go without Hero when I did.
Yeah.